Welcome to Sports Bios, where the untold stories of athletic greatness come alive in vivid detail, painting a rich tapestry of triumph, tragedy, and the indomitable human spirit. Today we embark on a fascinating journey through the life of Sugar Ray Robinson, a boxer whose dazzling career was as much a testament to his unyielding spirit as it was to his lightning-quick fists, which danced with a mesmerizing rhythm that left opponents bewildered and audiences spellbound. As we delve into the early years of this boxing legend, you'll discover the confluence of circumstances, influences, and innate talent that forged a champion, a masterclass in resilience and determination. Born Walker Smith Jr. on May 3, 1921, in Ely, Georgia, Sugar Ray Robinson's life was destined to be a compelling narrative of perseverance and triumph, set against the backdrop of a nation grappling with racial segregation, economic hardship, and social upheaval. The rural landscape of his birthplace, with its dusty roads, quaint churches, and lush cotton fields, seemed a world away from the glittering lights of the boxing ring that would one day become his domain. Yet, it was in this humble setting that the seeds of greatness were sown, nurtured by the unwavering support of his family and the unrelenting passion that burned within him. The Smith family soon relocated to Detroit, Michigan, in search of better opportunities, joining the influx of African Americans fleeing the Deep South during the Great Migration. This period, often referred to as the Great Black Migration, was pivotal in shaping the social, economic, and cultural landscape of America, and by extension, the life of young Walker Smith Jr. The city, with its bustling streets, vibrant music scene, and industrial might, became a crucible for Sugar Ray's development, exposing him to a diverse array of influences that would shape his worldview and inform his future actions. Growing up in the Brewster Douglass housing projects, one of the first federal housing projects for African Americans, Sugar Ray's childhood was a complex tapestry of challenges and inspirations. The projects, though intended to provide affordable housing, were often marred by overcrowding, crime, and limited resources, creating an environment that was as unforgiving as it was transformative. Yet, it was within this challenging environment that Sugar Ray found his earliest influences and began to develop the resilience that would serve him well in his future career. Sugar Ray's introduction to boxing came through his mother, Leela Smith, who encouraged his interest in the sport as a means to channel his energy positively. His amateur boxing career began at the age of 11, under the guidance of George Gainford, a local coach who recognized Sugar Ray's potential and played a significant role in nurturing it. Gainford not only taught Sugar Ray the technical aspects of boxing, but also instilled in him the discipline and confidence necessary to excel in the sport. The old-school trainer, with his no-nonsense approach and wealth of experience, became a mentor to Sugar Ray, imparting valuable lessons that extended far beyond the confines of the ring. The early years of Sugar Ray Robinson were also deeply influenced by the societal landscape of the time. The 1930s, with the country still reeling from the effects of the Great Depression, saw a surge in popularity for boxing as a form of entertainment that offered escapism from economic hardships. Boxers like Joe Louis became cultural icons, symbolizing hope and resilience for African Americans during a period marked by racial tension and discrimination. Sugar Ray, with his quick wit, charismatic personality, and undeniable talent, was poised to follow in the footsteps of these legends, using his platform to challenge the status quo and fight for social justice. Sugar Ray's amateur career was nothing short of spectacular, with an impressive record of 85 wins out of 86 fights, including the Golden Gloves Championship in 1939 at both the featherweight and lightweight divisions. This achievement not only highlighted his burgeoning talent, but also marked him as a future star in the boxing world. The accolades and recognition that followed were a testament to his hard work and dedication, but they also brought with them a sense of responsibility, a realization that he was no longer just fighting for himself, but for a community that looked up to him as a role model. As Sugar Ray navigated his teenage years, he was exposed to the harsh realities of racism within the sports world. Despite his undeniable talent, he faced numerous challenges, including discriminatory practices that limited opportunities for African American boxers. These experiences would later shape his perspective on the sport and inform his actions as a champion, using his platform to advocate for racial equality. The injustices he faced only served to fuel his determination, forging a sense of purpose that would drive him to succeed not just in the ring, but in the broader struggle for social justice. The formative years of Sugar Ray Robinson were a crucible, forging a champion not just in the ring but also in life. His early influences, from family to community, laid the foundation for a career that would transcend the boundaries of sports, entering the realm of social commentary and cultural iconography. His legacy serves as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, always a chance for redemption and triumph. As Sugar Ray Robinson transitioned into his professional career, he quickly made a name for himself in the boxing world, leaving an indelible mark on the sport that would be felt for generations to come. This electrifying debut was merely a harbinger of the greatness that was to come, as Sugar Ray's lightning-quick reflexes, razor-sharp footwork, and crushing punching power made him a formidable opponent in the ring, a whirlwind of elegance and brutality that left opponents reeling. One of the most significant events in Sugar Ray's career was his fight against Jake LaMotta on October 2, 1942, at the venerable Madison Square Garden, a bout that marked the beginning of a long-standing rivalry between the two boxers. Their six-fight series, which spans several years, is still considered one of the greatest in boxing history, a testament to the enduring appeal of their clashes. The intensity and drama of their matches captivated audiences, with Sugar Ray's slick style pitted against LaMotta's relentless pressure, each fight a chess match of fists and wills that pushed both men to their limits. As the first reflect on those epic battles, I am reminded of the words of the great poet Maya Angelou, who once said, "The ache for home lives in all of us," a sentiment that resonates deeply with Sugar Ray's own journey. For him, the ring was home, a place where he could express himself fully, unencumbered by the constraints of society. And yet, as he navigated the treacherous waters of his career, he began to realize that his platform extended far beyond the confines of the ring. Sugar Ray's success in the ring was not limited to his fights against LaMotta. He won the welterweight championship of the world on August 29, 1946, by defeating Marty Servo, and went on to successfully defend his title 5 times before moving up to the middleweight division. His fight against Bob Foster on September 26, 1951, is particularly notable, as Sugar Ray won by technical knockout in the 10th round, securing the middleweight championship of the world. This victory marked a watershed moment in his career, as he cemented his status as one of the greatest boxers of all time. But Sugar Ray's impact extended far beyond the ring. He was a cultural icon, a symbol of hope and inspiration for African Americans during a time of great social change. His flashy style and charismatic personality outside of the ring made him a fixture in Harlem's nightlife scene, often attending parties and events at the famous Savoy Ballroom, where he would rub shoulders with jazz legends like Miles Davis and Langston Hughes. As he once said, "I was a fighter, but I was also a product of my environment, and my environment was Harlem, where the music was hot, the people were cool, and the energy was always electric." As the 1950s dawned, Sugar Ray continued to dominate in the ring, while also becoming increasingly involved in social justice movements. His friendship with prominent figures like Langston Hughes and Paul Robeson reflects his growing awareness of the importance of using his platform to advocate for racial equality. As he once said, "I was a fighter, but I was also a symbol of hope for my people, and I took that responsibility very seriously." This sense of purpose would guide him throughout the remainder of his career, as he continued to break down barriers and push boundaries both in and out of the ring. In many ways, Sugar Ray's story is a testament to the power of sports to transcend borders and bring people together. As the great sociologist W.E.B. Du Bois once said, "The cost of liberty is less than the price of repression," a sentiment that resonates deeply with Sugar Ray's own experiences as a black man in America. For him, the pursuit of excellence in the ring was not just about personal achievement, but about challenging the status quo and pushing for a more just and equitable society. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest boxers of all time, with a record of 173 wins, 19 losses, and 6 draws. His impressive career spanned over 2 decades, during which he won championships in 2 weight classes and fought against some of the toughest opponents of his era. And yet, his true legacy extends far beyond the ring, to the countless lives he touched and inspired through his courage, his conviction, and his unwavering commitment to justice and equality. As Sugar Ray Robinson's storied career began its inexorable decline, he continued to lace up his gloves, albeit with less frequency and success. The once unconquerable champion, who had electrified the boxing world with his dazzling footwork and razor-sharp reflexes, now found himself facing a new generation of hungry contenders. He lost his middleweight title to Gene Fullmer in 1957, a defeat that seemed to signal the end of an era. Yet, Robinson, ever the consummate professional, refused to concede. He regained the title a year later, only to lose it again to Fullmer in a rematch, a bout that would prove to be one of the most grueling of his illustrious career. Despite these setbacks, Robinson remained an icon in the boxing world, revered for his flashy style and charismatic personality. His name was synonymous with excellence, and his exploits in the ring had inspired a generation of young boxers. As he navigated the twilight of his career, Robinson began to focus more on his life outside of the ring. He opened a nightclub in Harlem, aptly named Sugar Ray's, which quickly became a popular spot for jazz musicians and other celebrities. The likes of Miles Davis, John Coltrane, and Billie Holiday would often take the stage, entrancing audiences with their improvisational genius. Robinson, resplendent in his tailored suits and fedora, would mingle with the patrons, regaling them with tales of his ring exploits and sharing his wisdom on everything from boxing to life. It was during this period that Robinson also started a charitable foundation, which provided vital support to underprivileged children and families. As he once said in a rare moment of introspection, "I wanted to give back to my community, to help those who were less fortunate than I was. Boxing had given me so much, and I felt it was my duty to give something back." This sense of social responsibility was not merely a product of his success. Rather, it was an integral part of his character, forged in the crucible of his Harlem upbringing. Robinson's foundation would go on to provide scholarships, mentorship programs, and other forms of support to countless young people, inspiring them to pursue their dreams with the same unwavering dedication that had driven him to become a champion. As the 1960s dawned, Robinson's later years were marked by a series of comeback attempts, each one a testament to his unyielding spirit and determination. Though he ultimately retired from boxing for good in 1965, his legacy continued to grow, a reminder that true greatness transcends the boundaries of time and sport. In 1990, he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame, a fitting tribute to his enduring impact on the world of boxing. Despite struggling with health problems and financial difficulties in his later years, Robinson remained a proud and dignified figure, his eyes still flashing with the fire that had once burned so brightly in the ring. He passed away on April 12, 1989, at the age of 67, due to complications from Alzheimer's disease and diabetes. The news of his passing sent shockwaves through the boxing world, as fans and fellow athletes alike mourned the loss of a true legend. His funeral was attended by thousands of mourners, including many notable figures from the boxing world, who came to pay their respects to a man who had given so much to the sport he loved. Today, Sugar Ray Robinson is remembered as a trailblazer, not just in the world of boxing, but in the broader cultural landscape. As the great poet Maya Angelou once said, Sugar Ray Robinson was a hero, not just because of his accomplishments in the ring, but because of the way he lived his life, with dignity, pride, and a commitment to giving back to his community. His impact on popular culture is still felt today, as he continues to inspire new generations of artists, athletes, and activists. From hip-hop music to fashion design, Robinson's influence can be seen in everything from the swaggering confidence of Muhammad Ali to the stylish elegance of Michael Jordan. As Robinson himself once said with characteristic humility, "I may have started out as just a boxer from Harlem, but I ended up as something much more, a symbol of hope, a beacon of inspiration, and a reminder that anything is possible with hard work, determination, and a commitment to giving back." That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.